prosperity is about a way of living and a way of thinking. It's not about an internet system. It's not about a MLM. All of those things are vehicles. But if you adopt a mindset and a philosophy, if you change your mind, you can change your income and you can change your life. And the best part is it will never go away. You see, times are rough out there right now. There's a lot of people shaking in their shoes and there's a lot of people scared. But when you're operating on this plane, nothing can hit you. So get ready and get your pen ready. First one, and most of my members could chant this thing in their sleep, but there's new people here and they need to hear it. What you give away, you get to keep. What you give away, you get to keep. This is like so basic, guys. The reason why we do these calls on Monday and Tuesday night for free is simply because of this. What you give away, you get to keep. Somebody comes down to hear me. Guys, I'm a very highly paid, high-earning person in this industry. Yet I come down here every Monday night and I teach a class for free. Most of you have no relationship with me. You were brought here by somebody else. You're not my prospect. I'm just here to teach you. Why? Because what you give away, you get to keep. You ever hear what goes around comes around? The next one is what leaves your hand dictates what can hop into it. Are you clutching onto your money? Are you clutching on to what you have? Are you afraid of losing money? Are you afraid of parting with it? Are you hoarding what you have? What leaves your hand dictates what hops back into it. So these are two of the basic tenets of the Million Mind March. What you give away, you get to keep. And what leaves your hand dictates what can hop back into it. Here's the next one. If it's worth buying, it's worth giving away first. If it's worth buying, it's worth giving away first. Why do we have free open to the public calls and a free open to the public site with free reports, free audios, free videos, and all kinds of free stuff for you to look at? Because if it's worth buying, it's worth giving away first. Guys, you ever go down to Costco? I don't know if they have Costco in South Africa. Probably not, Tanya. Costco's like this big warehouse store. You ever go down there and you see the cute little ladies? They're handing out samples of all the new frozen foods. Because if it's worth buying, it's worth giving away first. If they hand you a sample of that new food and you taste it and it's any good, the chances of you buying it go up. You ever go to the deli counter and they're willing to offer you a slice of meat, a slice of cheese? You ever talk to an attorney or a accountant or anything else? They'll give you a free consultation. We get free calls. Some of you guys work at an opportunity where you get free samples of your product. That's how I landed here today. Somebody gave me a free sample of a weight loss product. Little did they know that I'd start eating that product and I'd make them thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in their downline. Little did they know that I'd take off over 100 pounds and keep it off all these years and become somebody that generated income for them over and over and over and over. Because you see, guys, what leaves your hand dictates what can pop back into it. If they had been so worried about losing money that they didn't give me the $2.50 weight loss sample, I could have never tried it. I could have never thought, this is great. By the way, this call has nothing to do with weight loss. This is my story. And then I would have never signed up and made them thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's 10 years later, And they're still earning money from me, the little girl that they gave the sample to. What leaves your hand determines what can hop back into it. What you give away, you get to keep. If it's worth buying, it's worth giving away first. Here's another one. These are basic philosophies. You can apply them tomorrow. You could tilt the world tomorrow. Here's another one. Everything duplicates after its own kind. Everything duplicates after its own kind. And a corollary is what you give out and what you give away. You must always use the principle of seed duplication. Seed duplication. If you're in network marketing or in some type of opportunity, you've heard all this stuff about duplication, 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 duplication. It's the magical duplicatable system. Genesis 1:11, which, by the way, is the very beginning of the Old Testament, which is part of many, many, many cultures. This isn't about the Bible. This isn't about church. This is about ancient wisdom. If a book's been circulating for 2,000 plus years and people around the world are reading it, whatever your belief system is, it probably might be good to take a peek. And I would say that about any book that's been around that long, that people are still reading. Then God said, let land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds. And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. The weight loss sample was a seed. It was planted in me, and I duplicated in kind. And I duplicated and handed out thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of samples, and put my story and my success and reason to believe into millions of people. I stood in front of 15,000 people and gave them reason to believe that it was possible to get healthy. I duplicated after my own kind. Somebody gave me a sample and thought if it was good enough to sell, it was good enough to give away free first. And here I am today. It's called the law of sowing and reaping. I take seed in my hand. I take seed in my hand and I plant it. I'm planting it right now into each and every one of you on this packed out conference call. Because I know that for a lot of you, you're going to go on your way having not heard this message. But a few of you are fertile soil right now. And if I put these seeds into you, whether you use it here at the Million Mind March and you work with us, or whether you turn around and go out tomorrow with a few new philosophies, what you give away you get to keep. What leaves your hand dictates what can hop into it. If I plant those seeds into you and you duplicate after your own kind, after me, who planted the seed into you, I have tilted the universe.